Call to order the Riverview Community School District Board of Education regular meeting for August 22nd, 2023. Secretary Walker, roll call, please.
President Bohr.
Here.
Vice President Dominski.
Here.
Secretary Walker here. Treasurer Davis.
Here.
Trustee O'Brien.
Here.
Trustee Toth.
Here.
And Trustee Meeks is excused.
Now we'll have our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We'll go to our guest and visitor comments for the 2-minute session. The purpose of the public participation portion of the meeting is to provide an opportunity for the citizens to share their thoughts with the board. Personal concerns are best handled through proper channels. Questions requiring investigation will be referred to the superintendent for consideration. Are there any guests and visitors for comments for the 2-minute session? Seeing none, we'll move on to item A49, acceptance of agenda. Do I have a motion?
President Bohr,
Vice President Dominski.
be it resolved, the Riverview Board of Education accepts the agenda for the August 22nd, 2023 regular meeting.
Motion by Vice President Dominski. Do we have support?
Support.
Supported by Treasurer Davis. Any discussion? Hearing none, Secretary Walker, roll call, please.
President Bohr.
Yes.
Vice President Dominski.
Yes.
Secretary Walker, yes. Treasurer Davis.
Yes.
Trustee O'Brien.
Yes.
Trustee Toth.
Yes.
Next, we'll move on to item A50, consent grouping. Oh, new employee introduction, okay. Next, we'll go to new employee introduction. I will let Superintendent Hatzel lead us for the new employee introduction.
Thank you, President Bohr. Obviously, here in Riverview, we pride ourselves on having excellent students and families. And with that comes the onus of supplying our students with a world-class staff. We pride ourselves in bringing in the best of the best, and tonight we'd like to introduce some of the best and best that are joining Riverview's team this year. So first, I'd like to thank all the admins and teaching staff and support staff who helped with the interview and selection process. Fortunately for Riverview, we had quite a competitive group of individuals, and the selectees are here tonight. And special thanks to our Human Resource Director, Jen Ekman, for helping to facilitate all of those interviews and onboarding. So I'd like to be the first to publicly welcome you to the Riverview team. We know that our students are in good hands with the addition of you to our staff, and we look forward to seeing the successes as you're now part of the Pirate team. At this time, I'm going to ask the board to come up, and as we introduce you, come up and shake our hand, and then stay up, and we'll get a group picture. So. First, we have Mr. Gill and Ms. Gurney, our middle school administrators, to introduce 3 new teachers at Seats Middle School.
We have the pleasure of interviewing and hiring 3 pirates to join our team. Our first pirate that is joining our team is Kelsey Moffitt. She's a speech and language pathologist that will be joining our special education department to work here at Seats Middle School and also at our transition center. Kelsey earned her bachelor's in linguistics and Spanish language and literature from Oakland University, followed by her master's in communication sciences and disorders from Eastern Michigan University. Kelsey was previously a parapro at the Riverview High School and is returning to us now that she has completed her SLP program. We're very excited to welcome her back to Riverview as a former alumni. Kelsey Moffitt. Our next pirate we hired is Alyssa Stark. She's a 2020 graduate from Central Michigan University, where she earned her Bachelor of Music Education. Over the past couple years, Alyssa has been teaching grades K through 6 music programs. She recently moved into the local area and is excited to work as the new choir and drama teacher for the district. We're excited to see her build the program and drama program and music program here at us at the high school. Our final pirate that we hired is Jody Tate. Jody's joining the SEATS team as a resource room teacher. Jody brings over 20 years of experience to the district, beginning as a kindergarten teacher and most recently as a department head of special education at her former district. Jody obtained a bachelor's degree in elementary education from Eastern Michigan University and a master's degree in special education from the University of Michigan Dearborn, and a second master's degree in reading as a reading specialist and also from the U of M Dearborn program. Jody Tate, we're excited to have you.
Thank you. Next, we have our new hirees from Huntington Elementary School, and Ms. Nicole Munoz, the principal at Huntington, will introduce her new additions.
Munoz, but that's okay. You know my name, but. Good evening. We hired a couple pirates too. Actually, one was a Red Devil, and now he'll become a pirate. He's gonna have to transition over. So, where am I? Huntington. Jamie Colias is a Riverview graduate who is excited to return to the district as a 5th grade teacher at Huntington Elementary. She is a recent graduate from the University of Michigan Dearborn with a bachelor's degree in elementary education. Jamie has been a substitute teacher at Huntington, and the staff is looking forward to her joining the team as a full-time teacher. And we have Michael Deshawn. He's joining us in the special education department as the resource room teacher at Huntington Elementary School. Michael is a 2023 graduate from Wayne State University with a major in special education and a concentration in cognitive impairments. He has also been subbing in the district. We are looking forward to him joining our team as well.
Thank you, Ms. Munoz. Next, we have Principal at Memorial, Ms. Angie Maxon, to introduce one of her new staff members.
Good evening. Let's see. There's one new pirate joining our team at Memorial, and her name is Mrs. Amanda Dolan. Amanda Dolan comes to us with 7 years of teaching experience. She's going to be joining the teams at both Forest and Memorial Elementaries as a resource room teacher. Amanda holds a bachelor's degree from Western Governors University in special education and a master's degree in curriculum and instruction from Western Governors University. Amanda is a Riverview graduate returning to work with us. Welcome, Amanda.
Thank you, Ms. Maxon. And next, we have Riverview High School new hirees presented by Principal Ms. Jen Firkus and Assistant Principal Ryan DeBrano.
Good evening. We are super excited to welcome. We've got a couple of really great ones that are coming over, and we thankfully had room in our English department for both of them. And then we also have one that's going to join us in our resource room, and you'll know her name well because she's also a Riverview graduate. So first, we have Blaise Janot, and Blaise comes from a family of educators. I believe he is one of 7, holy cow. Anyway, Monroe Jefferson, but we won't hold it against him. He also has graduated from Eastern Michigan University. He majored in special education and learning disabilities, and he also has a minor in English. He'll be doing English 9 with Tom Roberts. He's also really made his way around the high school already, doing JV football. He's also, I heard, a fantastic runner, so we're going to get him out doing some track. And we're really excited to welcome him as our newest pirate. So Blaze. We also want to welcome back Jill Versek. You probably know her better as Kuzamano. She's also the sister of Amy Gurney from the middle school, and she also comes from a family of educators. She's been a lifelong pirate. She's a Riverview graduate. She comes just with a ton of experience, I believe, from Dearborn and Wayne Wesleyan. Anyway, she's going to be teaching in our special education department. She has a Bachelor of Science in Elementary Ed from Eastern Michigan University and a master's degree from Michigan State University. I just left there. And we are just really excited to welcome her to the pirate family. And finally, I don't think she's here, but I want to at least mention her. We're really excited to welcome Amanda Durfee as well. She comes with over a decade of experience. She's a former Truman grad. She holds a degree from Eastern Michigan University with a major in English and a minor in history. She's taught AP English, 10th and 11th grade English. She's going to be doing English 10 with Jen Barczyk, and is hoping to be a class advisor and maybe get her out on the tennis court. But she's actually coming home from Mexico. Horrible, huh? So she was hoping she could get here in time, but I don't see her. I just want to welcome her anyway. So thank you so much. We're excited.
Thank you very much. Now we'll get a group picture here, so let's shift to the middle. Thank you. Once again, welcome to the Pirate team. Thank you.
Congratulations, guys.
There they go. See.
Next, we'll move on to consent grouping, item A49. Oh, A50. We'll do A50, consent grouping. Accept the minutes of the July 25th, 2023 study session. Accept the minutes of the July 25th, 2023 regular meeting. Approve the check registers. Approve the purchase card expense reports. Approve the elementary code of conduct. Approve renewal for RMC lease for RTC. Approve the individual contract for our Director of Online Learning. And approve our certified personnel contract for speech and language pathologist. And approve the fall of 2023 coaching staff roster. Do I have a motion?
I believe you made the motion, correct?
Oh, I just kind of read it.
Oh.
I was going to let someone read the be
President
resolved. Okay, Vice President Dominski.
Be it resolved, the Riverview Board of Education accept the minutes of the July 25th, 2023 study session, the minutes of the July 25th, 2023 regular meeting, approve the check registers and purchase card expense reports, approve the elementary code of conduct, approve the renewal of the Riverview United Methodist Church lease for Riverview Transition Center, approve the individual contracts, approve the certified personnel contracts, approve the fall 2023 coaching staff, and all contained in the consent grouping.
Motion by Vice President Tominski. Do we have support?
Support.
Supported by Trustee Toth. Any discussion? Hearing none. Secretary Walker, roll call, please.
Secretary Walker, yes. Treasurer Davis?
Yes.
Trustee Toth?
Yes.
Trustee O'Brien?
Yes.
President Boer?
Yes.
Vice President Dominski?
Yes.
Next, we'll move on to board updates. Superintendent Hatzel.
All right. Again, we want to welcome the new staff. We have an exciting time for schools here as we get ready to officially launch the 2023-2024 school year. Our fall athletics have started. Competitions are beginning as we speak. And I want to officially welcome back all of our staff. Last week, our administrative staff returned. This week, our office staff has returned. Next week, we welcome our teaching staff, and then the rest of our support staff and students will join us on September 6th. And that's the big reminder to all families out there. All students are to report to school on Tuesday, September 6th. That's the first day of school in Riverview. 5th? The Tuesday after Labor Day.
Yeah, Tuesday
The 5th. Thank you. I do want to give a special thank you to those groups that do not have as much time off in the summer and work throughout the year to prepare for the upcoming school year, specifically including our central office staff, Jeff Edwards, our food service director, and his staff who's helped provide meals all summer, Gary Kennedy and his maintenance team who've been prepping our facilities, Sarah Wilson and her tech team for updating software and our devices for both students and staff, and our summer school teachers and support staff who've spent some time this summer working with our students to help them be more prepared for class in the fall. As legislatively, it's quiet as they're on summer break, so we'll hopefully hear some more good news when we return in September. Most importantly, we have a new addition to our group up here. We want to welcome our new student liaison, Kiera Wood. She's a 12th grader at Riverview High. I'm going to turn it over to her to tell a little bit about herself and give her first report. So welcome, Kiera.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kiera Wood, and I will be a senior at RCHS this upcoming school year. I'm involved in Riverview's cross-country and track team, along with being in Student Council and Connection Club. Personally, I wanted this position because I feel like I'm a well-spoken person and have good communication skills for someone my age. I also feel as if it will help me prepare for college and what's to come. Here are some things that are going on right now at RCHS. Fall sports are back in session. Currently, we have cross-country, girls cheerleading, golf, swimming, and volleyball, boys soccer and tennis, along with football, all of which are competing this week except for volleyball. Director Piquel and the band were also busy over the summer learning their new show and teaching the 9th graders the fight song at band camp. We welcome back teachers and support staff on August 29th, and shortly after that, on August 31st, Connection Club and Student Council will be helping with freshman orientation. Alongside that, all grades will be coming in their designated time slot for their ID pictures. Lastly, we are excited to have school starting with a full day on September 5th.
Thank you, Kiera, and welcome again.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kiera. On behalf of the board, I want to welcome you aboard, too. And I want to thank you and the alternate Salma for taking the time, effort, and preparation for committing to that and joining to share the great happenings at the high school with us and our community through the board meetings. And we all want to also wish you a very successful and memorable senior year. Next, we'll move on to new business. Item A51, we have a first reading of board policy. Superintendent Hatzel, background, please.
The firm Miller Johnson compiled an audit of our Board of Education bylaws and policies and our administrative guidelines and has made their recommendation for amendments, additions, and updates. The administrative guidelines have been updated and will be posted to the district website. It is a recommendation of the superintendent and the director of business and finance that the Miller Johnson audit of the Board of Education bylaws and policies, including amendments, addition, and updates, be accepted by the full board. Such acceptance to be deemed to constitute a first reading. Further modification and update to be placed on the agenda of the next regularly scheduled board meeting for a second and third reading and final adoption.
Thank you, Superintendent Hatzel. Do we have a motion?
President Boer,
Secretary Walker?
be it resolved, the Review Board of Education accepts for the purposes of a first reading the amendments, additions, and updates completed by Miller Johnson after their annual audit of our Board of Education bylaws and policies under our administrative guidelines as presented.
Motion by Secretary Walker. Do we have support?
Support.
Supported by Trustee Toth. Any discussion? Hearing none. Secretary Walker, roll call, please.
President Boer,
Yes.
Secretary Walker, yes. Trustee Toth,
Yes.
Treasurer Davis,
Yes.
Vice President Dominski,
Yes.
Trustee O'Brien.
Yes.
Next, we'll move on to item A52, award the server hardware upgrade to Trace 3. Superintendent Hatzel, background, please.
The current physical servers are responsible for the hosting and storage of our 32 virtual servers, which are crucial for production and for backup and recovery. They will be 7 years old in February, and due to their age, they're not able to support the current version of our VMware. After reviewing the bids, Trace 3 returned the most competitive bid pricing for the equipment and support. It is the recommendation of the superintendent, the technology coordinator, Sarah Wilson, and the director of business and finance that the purchase of the new server hardware and support be awarded to Trace 3 for an amount to not exceed $63,652.62.
Thank you, Superintendent Hatzel. Do we have a motion?
President Boer,
Trustee Toth?
be it resolved, the Riverview Board of Education awards the purchase of new hardware to replace the servers hosting our virtual server environment to Trace 3 for an amount not to exceed $63,652.66.
Motion by Trustee Toth. Do we have support?
Support.
Supported by Trustee O'Brien. Any discussion? Hearing none. Secretary Walker, roll call, please.
Treasurer Davis.
Yes.
President Boer,
Yes.
Trustee O'Brien.
Yes.
Vice President Dominski.
Yes.
Trustee Toth.
Yes.
Secretary Walker, yes.
Next, we'll move on to guest and visitor comments for the 5-minute session. Any guests and visitors with comments for our 5-minute session? Seeing none, we'll move on to items for discussion presented by board members concerning which no action can be taken. I would also like to, on behalf of the entire board, welcome all of our new hires. I look forward to them contributing to the pirate pride of our district and making a monumental difference for the success of our kids. And I want to thank Superintendent Hatzel, our central office staff, and everybody for all the hard work all summer long in completing our hirings to help us maintain and elevate the level of excellence of our district. I appreciate the energy and planning that's gone into preparing for the coming year. And like last year and every fall, we look forward to our district once again being the best downriver, being a great place for students to learn and for staff to work, and a great centerpiece of our community for preparing our children for their success in their future. Hearing no other comments, I'll need a motion for adjournment.
President Board,
Vice President Dominski?
I'd like to speak about future business.
Oh, future business, thank you. Yes, we'll have a study session on Monday, September 25th. We're going to have it at 6 p.m. at the RCHS Library. And we'll also have a regular meeting for September on Tuesday, the 26th at 7 p.m. in our regular City Hall Council chambers. Now we'll have a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Motion by Vice President Dominski. Do I hear support?
Support.
Supported by Trustee Toth. Any discussion? Hearing none, Secretary Walker, roll call, please.
President Bohr,
Yes.
Vice President Dominski,
Yes.
Secretary Walker, yes. Treasurer Davis.
Yes.
Trustee Toth.
Yes.
Trustee O'Brien.
Yes.
Thank you, everyone, for coming. Meeting adjourned at 7:26.